Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, lived a young man who had become a thief. He lived all alone, and though he was clever, so clever that he was known for stealing without ever being caught, deep down he always felt a strange emptiness, as if he was searching for something more meaningful in life. One day, while walking through a forest, he came across a kind and wise monk. The thief shared his life story with him and asked if there was anything he could do to bring some goodness into his life. The monk gently advised him to stop stealing, but the thief responded, "Sir, I don't think I can leave stealing. Please suggest something else I could do and still try to make something good out of this life." Fi. The monk paused for a moment and then said, "If you cannot stop stealing, then at least follow this. Treat every woman you meet with respect. If she is not your life partner, consider her your mother or your sister." The thief reflected on this for a while, then nodded sincerely. "That much I can do." From that day forward, he continued his life the way it was, but with one strong principle in his heart. He would respect every woman as if she were his mother or sister. In that same kingdom, the king had no children. Over time, he grew distant from his queen and full of frustration. Years ago, he had built a separate palace near the forest and sent the queen to live there, guarded at all times by royal soldiers. No one was allowed near her, and the guards were ordered to report anything suspicious. One night, as the thief passed by that palace, he noticed its grandeur. He thought, "This must belong to a wealthy man. If I steal from here, I may find great treasure." Unaware it was the queen's residence, he quietly slipped inside. But the guards noticed some movement and quickly informed the king. The king rushed there himself and, hiding outside, peered through a window to see what was going on inside. Inside, the thief was silently looking for valuables, but the noise had awakened the queen. She got up and, instead of panicking, calmly said, "I am the queen of this land. You came to steal, didn't you?" The thief, frightened, begged her, "Please don't tell the king or the guards I'm here." The queen paused for a moment, then said, "I can protect you. I can even give you great wealth, but only if you fulfill one wish of mine." Surprised, the thief asked, "What is your wish?" What she said next left him stunned. She said, "The king abandoned me years ago. I have lived alone in this palace ever since. As a woman, I have natural desires. I want you to be with me physically, just once. In return, I will give you as much gold and silver as you ask." The thief stepped back. The monk's words echoed in his ears. "Respect every woman as your mother or sister." Remembering his promise, the thief's eyes filled with dignity. He folded his hands and replied softly, "You are like a mother to me. I've vowed to treat every woman with the same respect. As a mother or sister, please ask me only what a son can do for his mother." The queen was speechless, her eyes welled with tears. No one had shown her such honor before. Outside, the king had seen everything. He immediately entered with his guards and had the thief arrested. But instead of punishing him, the king was deeply moved by the young man's integrity. Though taken in chains, the thief stood proud. The king said, "Your values have touched me deeply. I don't wish to punish you. Ask for anything." The thief humbly bowed and said, "Your Majesty, if you truly wish to grant me something, then please bring the queen back to the palace. She deserves to live with dignity, not in isolation." The king fell silent. He was hurt by what he had seen, but a deeper truth dawned upon him. If she made a mistake, he thought, then I made a greater one. I abandoned her simply because she couldn't bear me a child. That was wrong. He felt a deep sense of remorse and went to the queen, asking her to return with full honor. The queen also apologized for her actions and agreed to return, but on one condition. The king asked, "What is your wish?" The queen replied, "We have no heir, and we are growing older. This young man, who showed me more respect than anyone else ever has, he called me mother. I want to adopt him as our son." The king paused and thought carefully. "She's right," he reflected. "Even I am impressed by this young man. He has the discipline, wisdom, and strength that a true ruler should have. There can be no better heir." And so, the young thief was adopted by the king and queen and declared the crown prince of the kingdom. In our lives, all of us search for meaning, respect, and progress. But true change doesn't come from luck. It begins when we choose to live by a clear principle. Just one simple rule, followed honestly, can transform our lives. Without principles, we keep moving, but we don't grow. It's like walking in circles, always busy, never forward. In this story, the thief chose just one principle: to respect every woman like his mother or sister. It was a small vow, but he lived it sincerely. That one promise changed the course of his life. A man once known for stealing became a crown prince, not because of fate, but because of the strength of his values. The same applies to you and me. Whether you're a student, a worker, or anyone striving to grow, choose one principle that defines who you are. Maybe it's honesty, maybe hard work, or kindness, or simply staying away from bad habits. Even a single value followed consistently gives you clarity, strength, and direction. So hold on to your principles without fear. Because a life built on values may take time to blossom, but when it does, even destiny bows down before it. If you found value in this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, The Story Seeker. Until next time, keep seeking stories that inspire and a life guided by principles. See you soon.